All right, I'm going in five, four, three. Yeah, we're live.
Are we live?
It's a
I
it's the
think we're
running
live.
joke now. Are we live, guys? Can you tell us if we're live?
Hello, are we live?
How's it
Hello?
going, Bender?
Oh, hello.
I
What's
feel
going
like
on?
only the coolest of the cool can wear shades inside, and you are totally pulling it off. I'm
Well,
just being honest.
I just wanted to be as cool as Dojira, and he's got the same glasses, so emulate your idols. That's what I
Yeah,
always hear.
that's that thug life. That's that thug life. I'm glad you're living it. I'm trying to do the best I can. What's up? What's up? Karate Schnitzel, Darren Baker, Daniel. Wait, Daniel. Is that the same Daniel? We
It's
got
me.
DG. Believe Crypto is asking when live start. Well, it's now. It's now. Man, the crypto world is just so impatient.
Yes, it's live, but only if you believe.
Yes, you must believe. But I can understand your impatience because, well, let's head on over to good old Coin 360. You may be like freaking out a little bit. Maybe you had like 100x long on Bitcoin and you've lost your entire life savings. I'm hoping that's not the truth. You should probably not be doing insane leverage buys at this volatile time in crypto history. But it looks like Bitcoin's down almost 5% all the way back to 55K, and ETH is down below 1800.
Ooh,
Dot was really
ooh.
seeing a pretty large dip. This was already this was down around $33 as we were sitting at this live stream. Seems to be popping up a little bit, but yeah, seeing a lot of red out there. I guess except for XRP pumping 12%. I guess XRP not a scam to the moon. Gonna just win.
Head to infinity. Go to the Infinity Club, apparently.
Possibly going to infinity. I don't know. I guess XRP is constantly trying to fake people out. I don't know, guys. It's times like these I try to really encourage you myself. This is not investment advice, obviously, but just to keep the long view. And this is the perfect sort of day to really freak people out and get them shaken out and sell at the bottom, basically. I'm not saying this is the bottom. We could be dropping lower. That's definitely possible. But especially when I start to see a ton of articles saying, well, Bitcoin could go to 42K and then it could maybe go to 30K and then maybe you just should leave Bitcoin so we can buy more of it cheaper. It's a little transparent to me, honestly. But I don't know. What do you think, Bender? What's your sensing of the market?
My sense is saying that this is like it's a good day. This is a holiday. We
Mm,
are seeing Christmas lights, Christmas colors. You got the festive spirit here. Nice red and green decorations all over the place. You should be looking for those juicy, juicy sales. And
mm,
there's no juicier sale than those dark, dark red boxes. So we
yes.
got some polka dot. Looks like H bars down a good amount.
Ooh,
Chili.
chilies. Perfect time
Ooh,
to go for some chilies
chili's never been
because
my favorite food, but it seems pretty tasty
nah,
right now.
I think they got a weird ticker and yeah, I'm not so sure about their branding, but football is around to stay. I'm pretty convinced that soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, is going to be a thing for quite some time. So anybody that's invested in football is going to be smart. Now Bender was saying my
We're
chart is a
talking.
little too overwhelming. I am going to switch to my slightly less complicated chart here. It does
Oh,
seem
I can
seem
read
like
it. Oh,
it
it's
does seem
so
like
transparent now.
yeah. Yeah, no, this one is definitely a little easier to read. Long story short, with the Bollinger Bands, if once we're poking through, that is a possible entry, and it does seem like we are bouncing off this point, and so it could potentially be headed all the way back up to the top side there. But maybe we switch to a longer time frame. Yeah, but just look like a similar thing. It could be dropping further, and we do see we were still pretty far away from the moving average, but. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure exactly. I'm obviously not the TA expert, but I just did want to check the dominance real quick because it's good to know about the dominance. And this is interesting to me as this market is sort of going a little Christmas lights version. We are seeing the Bitcoin dominance drop off, which is interesting to me. People seem to be, I guess, fleeing Bitcoin into the alts in this red day. Maybe that's why we're going red, potentially. Maybe there's going to be alt season next week. I don't know. This seems to be like a pretty good development to me, to be honest. And we are just seeing still massive gains here in the total market cap. I mean, we're headed to what comes after a trillion, quadrillion. Is that where we're
Quadrillion
going? Yeah,
numbers.
I mean that's the next stop as far as I can tell. So that's what's going on. Yeah, but if you have any questions about the market, yeah, just let us know in the comments. We are always willing to help you out and talk about all of that. So
And guys, sorry, sorry to interrupt. Quick
yeah, go in
F's in the
there.
chat for Pumpeye, the Sailor Man, who bought the top of Chili's. Oof. It's okay. F's in the chat,
Sorry.
guys. F's in the
we,
chat.
we love you, Pompeii, a fantastic member of the community. Yeah, I mean, if you come and join the community, which it's yeah, you totally should. YouTube is cool, but you got to get in that Discord and that Telegram. And Pompeii has is always posting really interesting information. This is a hive mind adapt. That's sort of what I love about the group is that it's not just me, it's not just you, Bender, with the oh my god, here is the best call of all time. I'm gonna get you a 10x every single time. That's not how we operate here. We are collecting information. And Pompeii posted this great post in Telegram the other day that had just like a fat 20 item list of events happening on the day,
Ooh.
coin launches, unlocks, vesting periods, all these other things. So information is just flowing from all corners. But yeah, sorry about the top on Chili's. I considered it. I got to admit it, but I'm waiting for that dip. So yeah, moving on to just some hot takes here for the headlines. BitMEX executive surrenders in New York, pleads not guilty. So, if you haven't been following this story, I feel like you should because it's hilarious. The CEO, co-owner Ben Dello of BitMEX, I guess yeah, I'm not sure clear on all the details, but they got caught for being sketchy at BitMEX, and then he like went on the lam and fled to I'm not sure some islands and was probably partying, sending his coins around to private addresses so it wouldn't get taken by the government. But then I guess they did track him down and got him to come back to New York, and he has now returned to New York and he pleaded not guilty to all charges and was released on a bail bond of 20 million. So I guess he does get to go home for a second, um,
Hmm.
which I guess is a success story. But I don't know. I just think this is pretty funny. Maybe not the best press for the crypto space, but that a major exchange sort of CEO founder has went on the lam and was trying to escape authorities. But you know, it seems like a fun thing to do, but I would argue to anybody thinking of fleeing the U.S. authorities that they're pretty good at tracking people down, and you will be found eventually. So
Can we
yeah,
clarify that? Are we talking like fun as in like a weekend away type deal, that level of fun, or are we talking like a week long festival type fun? Because I feel like there are different levels, and I'm not sure I'm gonna flee the government for just a weekend of fun type deal.
yeah. No, I feel like he has been gone for quite some time because I remember seeing this story almost months ago. But it looks like yeah, that was in March. Yeah, they were in Singapore. And I remember, yeah, they talked about it. He was like, yeah, sure, guys, I'm gonna come back. I'll come back. I'll figure this out. Yeah,
Ooh,
I
sorry, I just want to. I'm reading over this article you have over here,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
seeing exchange former CEO Arthur Hayes in Singapore, but is cooperating with authorities to surrender in Hawaii on April 6th. All
Nice.
right, set my calendar dates, guys. I got to see this happen.
Yeah, go check it out. I mean, yeah, crypto really is a spectator sport. I think it's fascinating on many levels. Um, but yeah, that's all I got for this BitMEX story. Let's crack on here. I'm a little confused because I think I closed Some of my articles. No, wait, they're over here. Here we go. Okay,
Oh
so
God.
I feel like this is this is hot information for you, our sushi prophet, Sushi Swap. Man, I can't say this word. Sushi Swap launches on
Nailed
Avalanche,
it.
bringing
Boom.
bringing another leading DEX to Avalanche's growing DeFi ecosystem. So I think frustration with Ethereum is hitting sort of peak highs, even though there's so much money and excitement around DeFi and the whole market there that you can't really slow it down at this point. Um, People are going to just still pay that $50 swap or $100 swap. But I think the companies themselves, the coins, the projects, they're looking for ways to circumvent this issue because it doesn't seem to be going away. And I don't know if we can trust Ethereum completely. They do seem to not do stuff when they say they're going to do stuff and push timelines out. So everybody's really excited about the gas proposal, the improvement proposal, but there really is no guarantee that it will actually happen and come through. So I think it's great to have see Sushi Swap being proactive and heading to Avalanche because yeah, I don't know if you know about Avalanche. I guess we haven't talked a ton about it, but they are pretty freaking awesome. Like they got insane throughput and a lot of great development behind it. And I think this is pretty bullish, honestly, for Avalanche because there's just so much liquidity flowing through Sushi, and it's all gonna be going over this bridge now. I don't know. What do you think about this Sushi profit?
I mean, this is obviously extremely bullish. What we've been seeing over the past couple weeks is Sushi Swap and all the other Yearn ecosystem projects branching cross chain into different, I guess, previously siloed ecosystems. And this is only good for cryptocurrency. There are a lot of, I would say, OGs and just, very loud detractors of other blockchains. That's why you always have those really loud and annoying maxis of any one particular Bitcoin or Ethereum or Cardano or XRP army, like that kind of deal. But at the end of the day, we can't really push forth one particular blockchain or one cryptocurrency as the end all be all. I mean, the future of crypto is cross chain, it's interoperability, it's interconnectivity. And SushiSwap kind of leading the charge, or just being kind of as a figurehead, or a poster boy, I guess, of cross-chain interoperability, is extremely bullish. And we saw last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, I'm a little fuzzy on timeline. The past week and a half is like just kind of all blended together for me.
Going on a vision quest.
Oh man, yeah, it's been a crazy deal in the real world, and I guess in crypto too. But
Yeah.
now, SushiSwap officially launched its alpha platforms on several different popular blockchains, including Phantom, Binance Smart Chain. They have plans to operate on Matic, XDAI, and I'm missing one. Totally blanking on it.
Whoa. That's a lot
But
already, though. They're going hard.
oh
That's
yeah.
intense.
Now they just closed up a proposal for launching Sushi Swap on Solana, and now
Nice.
we have Avalanche coming up. So any blockchain that is EVM compatible, I would bet money that the more popular ones, at least in like the top 200 or so, are all going to see their own platforms launch, and we'll be seeing liquidity be exchanged between all the platforms. Interconnectivity is the way forward, and this is amazing. Once again, showing why Sushi is probably my favorite blockchain project.
Hmm. Crushing it. Yeah. No, I think they'll continue to grow. Yeah, I'm curious if you know, because I think that's a lot of people's minds as well. When they're moved to a different blockchain, like Avalanche, it doesn't mean that they need to remake every single pool or onsen farm and everything on Avalanche. They can actually just bridge directly into that with cheaper swap fees, or do they need to be making a completely parallel system for Avalanche?
It kind of depends. If it's EVM compatible, then they can just port the code over, and you
Hmm.
would have a bridge to send your assets to deposit into the contract, and then they would mint a token on the corresponding blockchain. I mean, I suppose there are different ways of doing it. I'm not 100% up to date on all of the mechanisms that they're using. But the reason that SushiSwap in particular would like to have all these, interconnectivity or interconnected blockchains is because the the staking method benefits like your X sushi grows in value based on the amount of volume that is exchanged through all of the liquidity pools. So they
Hmm.
have to have some kind of mechanism to add value to the value of the capture of those trading fees. So something going on with that I'm not 100% up to date on, but I will find out and hopefully have a bit of a summary for you guys next time.
No worries. There's this whole blockchain thing is hyper complicated, and I think it's only stands to get more complicated as we head into the interoperable future. I was trying to think of that phrase you used before, just something. I like this whole interoperable complexity layer. I think it's very exciting and interesting that it isn't just Coin X and Team Y. Like it is really all starting to. It's more than just like a sports game where like I got the best coin. No, I got the best coin. Like it's switching to more of a teamwork phase where sure you can be on team blank, but let's start a partnership. It's not just sports based, tribal based. So I find that pretty exciting, pretty interesting.
Yep, and not financial advice, not social advice either. But I've been doing this a lot with my no corner friends. If you want to sound extremely intelligent, learn like 5 or 6 really big, cool sounding words and just toss them in there as often as possible.
Yeah, definitely. I think interoperability is one of my favorite words for that because it has a bunch of syllables. It's a pretty basic concept in the end, but it's
Mhm.
it makes you sound super smart. Yeah, no, I'm really excited about the interoperable blockchain future. Um, People are like, "What?" Anyways, let's move on to our top story. Uh, I want to just say this out loud to everybody. I know we got a little clickbaity title here going, but your funds are safe. So far, there's been no reports of any sort of money or cake flowing out of Pancakeswap, but they did suffer a DNS attack similar to the Cream website. But this doesn't mean that the protocol was hacked. It just means that their website was hacked. And so they were warning everybody yesterday on Twitter not to go to the website, not because there's problems with the protocol itself, but because just by you visiting the website at that time, they did not have control of it, and you could possibly get your keys taken. And that's, I guess, what the hackers were looking for. Anybody that was sort of attached with their MetaMask or anything had the potential to get some of their funds drained, or at least know about all your signatures and every other site that you're connected to. So, seems like as we grow, as this happens, that we're moving into the blockchain future, the interoperable future. There's just going to be a lot of really smart people trying to get at your funds because now this is a multi-billion dollar, trillion-dollar industry, which means there's going to be a lot more eyes on it, malicious eyes, not just happy eyes that are looking
Evil
for gains.
eyes. Oh, by the way,
Yes.
guys, I actually did a video on this particular subject a little while back. Later on, once we have this video clipped, we'll add a thumbnail that you'll be able to click on right here to see our video on not getting hacked in general wallet security.
Mm,
But yeah, for this topic in general, I mean, especially with the DNS attack, you always just want to be careful on what websites you're connecting your wallet to. I mean, this one is kind of hard to avoid unless, all your social channels or the official team comes out and tells you, hey, we just suffered a DNS attack. Don't use our website. But I guess the simplified way of putting this is someone jacked their website, hooked it up to a different set of code, and if you connected your wallet to the fake website, like the Cream or the Pancakeswap, then you're essentially hooking up your MetaMask, your wallet, to a bunch of sketchy stuff that could, steal your private keys. It can read whatever you have. It can potentially do a bunch of other things that you don't want happening. So always
yeah.
be careful.
No, it seems like because yeah, if you hack somebody's website, basically what they were doing were displaying a screen to users saying, Hey, we sort of need your seed phrase to keep going here with the pancake swapping. And I feel like we talk about this a bunch. You hear this in other crypto worlds. Guys, this is really important. Don't give anybody your seed phrase ever. Nobody ever needs your seed phrase. Only you, not your friends, not your mother, no website. Nobody needs to know your seed phrase. And I know it's sort of a hassle, but you really should not be storing this in anywhere. Plain text, password manager, nowhere, because people can get in there. You should be writing it down on a piece of paper. I know that's frustrating, and that's also, you could possibly lose that, but there's always going to be a security flaw in any system, and the human element is always the flaw there. But at least if it's written down on paper and only there, then you know it's just your fault if you lose your cash.
Yeah, this is gonna sound kind of like a sex ed video from the '60s, but don't give out your private keys. Don't give out your seed phrase. You will get hacked, and you will lose everything.
Don't give out your seed. Yeah, no, this is not an abstinence.
Okay, maybe we
Sorry,
should
guys.
move on. We're
Sorry.
getting
Moving
late.
on. Moving on. Yeah, you will lose your money just like. Anyways, let's move on here. I really don't want to amplify Elon Musk too much because this guy has enough amplification. It seems like every single word that he types on the internet just gets insane hype. Good for you, Mr. Elon. Maybe you could pump some DeFi or something instead of just freaking Bitcoin and Doge. I mean, think about the community that you're living in. Um,
You know what? I'm
speaking
okay if he keeps pumping Bitcoin. Sorry, go ahead and continue.
Speaking of hacked, I think my Bluetooth mouse just got hacked, so I'm gonna have to scroll around in a more awkward way. But Elon Musk is selling an NFT themed song as an NFT, so I'm really excited about this next phase of NFTs where people realize, oh well, it's not just a JPEG. It is actually like a store. It's what was the phrase I used the other day? Like it's certificate of authenticity. You can guarantee that that thing is that thing, and this is the initial phase. Okay, we can guarantee that JPEG is that JPEG, but this will extend to literally everything in your life, from your driver's license to your marriage license to your mortgage to your car title to your medical treatment to literally everything in your life. That you will need an NFT or some form of that to certify that that thing is that thing. Um, and the same goes for audio. The same goes for music and all IP out there. And so he is proving this point a little further. He released this song as an NFT. I don't know. Am I going to get copyright striked for? No, I'm not
Maybe
gonna play
maybe
this
don't
song.
play
I'm not gonna play the
it.
song. The song is garbage. Sorry, Elon Musk. I think he uses some like computer generated thing to make this, but he's got this animated thing. Talks about hodling and computers never sleep or whatever. But obviously, a lot of people are seeing this and thinking, "Oh, wow, okay, so NFTs can be audio too," and the public opinion moves very slowly, so that's why I think leaders of public opinion need to repeat the message over and over again, because people are not everybody catches the message, and it just needs to get out there over and over again. So here's the next phase of NFT land. Oh wow, it could be audio. Okay, let me buy that. Elon Musk's that song is dumb, but it's Elon Musk, so I'm gonna buy it. I'm curious if he's gonna sell this or how much it's gonna go for. But everybody in his circle, right? Grimes was releasing these NFTs. She is also a musical artist. Okay, so there's an incentive for Elon to explain why you could NFT audio as well, so you can buy my girlfriend's tracks. Um, Thoughts on this, Bender?
uh, it- uh, bullish, I guess.
Semi bullish.
Semi bullish, bullish. I mean, I'm leaning towards the upper half, the glass half full side. I mean, with the NFT craze you've been seeing lately, it was, you could say, inevitable, I guess.
Mm,
But, hmm but this is a good push forward into, I guess you would call it, more widespread mainstream attention. Elon Musk is a very public figure. Same thing happening with, well, I guess the same effect is what I'm referring to when he announced that Tesla converted a portion of their balance sheet into Bitcoin, like 7%.
mm,
Um, But this is something that we're going to continue to see. More big name figures, like very famous people, are going to start associating themselves with the cryptocurrency, blockchain technology. NFTs definitely a great entry point for no coiners to get into blockchain.
Mm,
And this is, I want to say, just the beginning of what you'll see as far as potential for NFTs. It's exactly what you're saying. In the lead up to this is we had music, we've had art, we've had digital trading cards, all that good stuff. But NFTs are more than that, and they have a lot more potential that you can kind of get into. Um, but anything that needs to be authenticated, anything that requires trustless verification, you can slap an NFT or put it in as an NFT, and that's something that you can ascribe to give it value.
yeah. Yeah, I see this as the greatest onboarding mechanism crypto has ever seen because so far it has just been Bitcoin. And then you got to get into, well, it's a trustless system. And then you got the private keys. And there's just so many points for the normies to get bored and be like, oh, this is stupid, you nerd. Like, stop talking to me. But if it's just about a celebrity and their IP, then you're like, oh, well, this is interesting. Tell me more. Also, I will give you my money. And then, right, as with all
You
these
have my
onboarding techniques,
attention.
like somebody gets in, okay, Bitcoin, I find that interesting. And then trickle down happens. Okay, then you go to DeFi, then you go to the other coins, and sooner or later you find yourself all the way down at the bottom in some sketchy Telegram group playing Ape Casino. Not everybody makes it down that far, but that's what gets everybody. That's what makes this market increase. And so to have this new onboarding mechanism, I cannot overstate how freaking bullish that is. Not financial advice.
Guys, if
Um, uh,
you are going to be putting a bid on Elon Musk's musical NFT, if it ever hits the open auction, make sure that you smash that like button. Pretty please.
ooh.
Not begging, but it'd be super nice if we could see some likes in the chat, maybe some comments thrown here and there. Uh, there we go. I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, no, we don't want to force you guys, but it is it. I mean, look at us. We're interacting with the world. I can't tell you how satisfying that is to be interacting with the world, especially in these times where you're sort of at home and just not doing a whole lot. I'm not talking to you specifically. I'm talking to you, right?
Yes,
Okay.
you in particular. You in particular. Uh,
So we should probably wrap it up pretty soon, but I did want to just highlight this thing that Mr. Andre Cronje tweeted a couple days ago. I feel like he's lost a little bit of his hype just because of some of the hacks that have happened. But I have no doubt that what he's building is still going to be a gigantic force of nature in crypto. And he just released this website, Yearn.vision, which shows like a lot of these sort of aggregators for other websites like Uniswap and SushiSwap, the money that's going through and what's happening in these. It's like sort of DeFi polls just for the Yearn ecosystem. So you can see the total value locked in these different ecosystems, and you got this chart of what's going on. And I mean, just look at this list. This is an insane collection of projects that he's created here now that all sort of interoperate and work together. And as we sort of scroll down here a little bit, yeah, there's just a bunch of cool charts. You can obviously like zoom in on these different projects and get a little more granular information. But this is, I think, very exciting. I think it's very exciting, and I think it's also a sort of a harbinger of something big that's coming down the pike. Because I don't think he would be developing all of this stuff and this interoperability for no reason. There must be something that Mr. Cronje is planning. That's just wild speculation, but that's just sort of what I'm thinking here. And as we can see, the total value locked in his entire ecosystem is over $1 billion. So I think that's bullish for Yearn. I don't know. What do you think, Benner?
I mean, I hear $1 billion, and I think I kind of want that. So it seems like a
Can
good
I
thing,
have a
I would
billion
say.
dollars? Can I have a
Yeah.
billion dollars?
I mean, why
Consider
not
just
make it
a
two? Who
billion
knows? Yeah,
dollars. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's the thing about dollars. You always want a little bit more. Maybe 1.2, maybe 1.5. But that's the total value locked right now at this exact moment, and I'm sure this number will be increasing. So
Mhm. Well, see, what's interesting about this, I'm not going to take up too much time with this tiny little speculative rant. Uh,
Mm.
but this is a very interesting looking user interface, and I mean, I'm not a charts guy. The data is there. It's fairly clean. It's a lot of lines, a lot of colors. And if I was like a stonks guy or a day trader or something like that, this kind of thing would be extremely interesting to me. I might want to have my data feeds look something like that.
Mm.
Speculatively, purely speculation,
Oh,
but maybe
interesting.
this
I
is
like
just
this
a
speculation.
quick or appeal to more traditional investors who like to have their data and their I guess all their price feeds and value ads locked in, or sorry, displayed in a very visually appealing and clean interface. But yeah, we'll see. Who
Yeah, no,
knows?
this does remind me a little bit of Crown Crypto. If you don't know Crown Crypto's Cave, you can check that out. He's a legend here on YouTube, and it reminds me a little bit of his Crown application where you're showing the interest rates and the different value locked. And this kind of information is very important if you're trading on leverage or doing options or any sort of more advanced level. Higher frequency trading. So, yeah, wild speculation, but maybe something like that is coming for the DeFi world. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see.
Yes, we shall see.
We shall see. That's gonna about do it for us today. Uh, I just want to scroll over to you guys. It's so always so great to have everybody here in the chat. Pump Eye, believe it's great to. You saying Dia's gone wild? I'm excited to go check that out after the stream. And that's what I'm talking about. This is a community and a very appreciating, sort of loving one. So yeah, that's gonna about do it for us today. But the game goes on. If you want to just jump over to the Telegram right now, we will be there, and you can say what's up. And I don't care when you're watching this video, we will be there. So
Yeah, looks like you
uh,
guys don't get to hear my rant about full-time jobs and work tonight. We're probably gonna cut it here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you coming, and that's all I got.
all right, take it easy, guys. I gotta fix my Bluetooth.